What's up, guys? Swift here. I want to talk about some sleepers from this year's draft class. Ryan Poles made 10 picks in this year's NFL draft. Darnell Wright is obviously looking like a day one starter, and all three of the day two picks will hopefully develop into starters as well. Those guys are Javon Dexter, Zach Pickens, and Tyreek Stevenson. Someone actually sent me an article yesterday. Bears rookies most likely to start, and it listed Darnell Wright, Javon Dexter, and Tyreek Stevenson. I was like, really? Our first three picks are the three guys most likely to start? Wow, that's groundbreaking. I don't make videos like that, but that made me think. Outside of the top four picks, which of the day three guys has a chance to win a starting job or develop into a long-term starter? Four guys picked on day three stand out to me. Let's talk a little bit about each one. Roschon Johnson is instantly the guy who comes to mind. Quick tidbit on him, the University of Texas tweeted out a picture of him today. This picture is while he was attending class at the University of Texas, rocking a Bears sweatshirt. This guy's a legend. But anyway, he has all the tools you look for in a three-down running back, and if it wasn't for how competitive our running back room was, I would almost expect Roschon to win the starting job. His biggest problem is Khalil Herbert and D'Onta Foreman are not going to give up that job without a fight. There is the possibility that Roschon's acumen as a special teamer makes him a perfect third down back as a rookie. He can pass block, catch passes out of the backfield, and play special teams. But if he's good enough to start, do you really want to risk him on special teams? What happens with Roschon his rookie season is going to be really fun to watch and interesting, but he has all the talent to win a starting job early on this season. I can't wait to do his all-22. Our next pick on day three was Cincinnati's receiver Tyler Scott. If he was drafted last year, I think he definitely would have won a starting job in camp. We didn't have much talent at wide receiver, and he's that good. However, our receiver room has been upgraded greatly. DJ Moore, Chase Claypool, and Darnell Mooney hold the top three spots on the roster, and none of them are giving up their spot easily. Scott actually reminds me a lot of Darnell Mooney, so if Mooney was slow to come back from his offseason ankle injury, I think Scott could step in and end up starting early on this year. He has the skills to develop into a starter in the NFL. He's a really good route runner with 4.3 speed who, just like Darnell Mooney, is a capable playmaker for his size. Scott is a fun player to root for, and while he most likely will not be a starter this season, he does have that potential, and having a guy this good on your bench is a great thing. I think people are going to love his all-22 when it drops. Next up is Noah Sewell, and here we have a guy who is a sleeper to win a starting job this year. He looks like a good fit as a Sam linebacker in the NFL, and he could battle Jack Sanborn for a starting spot in camp. That being said, if healthy, I expect Sanborn to win that job and serve as our third linebacker. He played very well last year after the Roquan trade, and he has a year head start in the system. That being said, Noah Sewell was viewed as a first-round pick just a year ago and has a ton of skill and potential. Don't count this guy out. Then we get to my last guy on the list, Minnesota corner Terrell Smith. This is a sleeper right here. This guy's a feisty, physical corner who has the speed and length that Flus and Poles love. We have an open starting spot at cornerback opposite of Jalen Johnson on the outside. JJ has one spot locked down, and Kyler Gordon has the nickel spot locked down. Kyler Gordon was drafted to be our nickel. People want to say, oh, that means he's our third corner. He's not very good. No, that's Kyler's job. He's the nickel corner. It's a very important role in Coach Eberflus's defense. But one corner spot is wide open, with Kendall Vildor returning. Most people assume Tyreek Stevenson will win that job, and I think he should be considered the favorite right now. But don't write off Terrell Smith yet. Once we get to training camp, what round they were drafted in won't matter, and Smith should have an opportunity to battle for a job. I think both Smith and Stevenson could develop into NFL starters, but unless someone gets hurt, only one starting spot is open this year. Terrell Smith at least has a chance to surprise some people. I think our first 8 picks all have starting potential. Our 2 picks in the 7th round are guys I like, but they don't look like future starters to me, and I don't see either one battling for a starting job during their rookie season. Travis Bell looks like a rotational defensive lineman. Ryan Poles loved his personality, and I think Eberflus is going to love his hustle. He's a guy who could stick around as a rotational backup, but I don't see him being a starter. And then kind of the same for Kendall Williamson. He looks like a really good special teams player and backup safety. He's a hard hitter, but I just don't see him battling for a starting job, especially when we got Eddie Jackson and Jaquan Brisker. However, I will be digging deeper on both guys with some all-22 footage soon. I haven't watched a ton of tape on either one of those guys yet, but I've watched at least a couple games on every single rookie that we drafted this season. I have 2 all-22 videos out already. Check out the Darnell Wright and Gervon Dexter videos if you missed them. I have Zacch Pickens coming this Sunday. My goal is to release one all-22 video every week. I'm going to try to have them out on Sunday. I could get them out Saturday night occasionally if I get done early, but most likely they're going to be out on Sunday. I have a ton more coming, and I've already put in a ton of work on my Zacch Pickens video this week. Get ready for that one, guys. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. Please remember to hit that like button for me. And until next time, bear down.
Swifty in the house!
Hey, Tyler, congrats, man. I saw you tweeted out a minute ago that the Bears are exactly who you wanted to select you. I'm just curious why you felt so strongly about the Bears throughout this process.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a great history. It's a great history. It's a great, just a great line of players, that come through, Chicago. You have, Mike Ditka. You have, you think of Walter Payton and Gale Sayers. I love Gale Sayers. Growing up, I love watching his film. Like I said, then you got Walter Payton and you got Dick Buckus, who's my dad's favorite player. I think I was one of the first players my dad put on for him. And then through down the line, you got the 85 Bears defense. Everybody says my dad looks like Mike Singletary. And I literally, when we're in line at places, some people come up to and ask like, hey, I just got to ask, are you Mike Singletary? So like I said, just the history of, just the Chicago Bears and just how great they've been, the tradition. I just wanted to be a part of something great like that. And, just a great area to be. And, just like I said, just want to be a part of a winning tradition.